Did you do that thing where you put a tube up your butt and pour it in that way?
Yeah, I wanted to get wasted as fast as possible.
Put some on your nipples and light them on fire.
That's what I buy the high quality premium liquor for, is to shove it up my butt. And it was cold because I got that car, it doesn't really have fucking heat, so I was freezing.
Give yourself a hand job, dude. Friction, that'll make it warm.
Yeah, but it's all like shrunk up and stuff from the cold.
You'll get it there eventually.
Can't you just think about Josh with marmalade on his hairy nipples and be like, all right, rock hard, time to go to town.
That's not gonna help.
It's not gonna work.
It might make it even worse.
They're quite small. They're very tender, and they're covered in like a white gravy.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Okay. Would you lick it off a homeless dude's wiener?
Definitely not. It's not that. Nothing's that phenomenal.
It's not that good then, is it?
No.
What if there was no other dips, condiments, dressings, mustards on earth, and that was the last one, and it was on a homeless man's dick? Would you lick it off?
Then I wouldn't be able to have any. Gracian and progreso.
There we go. Josh
Yeah,
is
what he
learning
said.
a bunch of new languages.
One language at a time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to
what?
interrupt you, Charlie Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
I just saw that he pressed record and I had to go for it.
Oh, yeah. I had to hit record, and Josh had to go for it.
It all worked out in the end.
I suppose with clever editing, you won't even cut Charlie Ray off.
That's true. Like it never happened.
That's
Well,
right.
just as long as you slap the head on the end when you're done. That's all.
That's what I do.
Slap your penis with a hammer?
Oh, okay.
Just
Well,
on the
No.
I haven't done that yet.
Tempting though, right?
Oh, yeah. Super tempting. Do you think it would keep the shape? If you hit it enough times.
If you hit it fast, it would
no.
be fine, right? The faster you hit it, just get it over with.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, but-
bounces back into shape.
The amount of fucking nerve endings on the head of your penis, like it's not gonna feel not bad. It's not.
No, it's not going to feel not bad. It's going
That's
to
right.
feel pretty damn bad. That's right.
What brings you guys to my neck of the woods tonight? Or
A
what
few
brings
things.
us to Josh's
This-
neck of the woods or Charlie Ray's neck of the woods?
This little thing called the internet.
Necks of the wood?
That's right.
Two of you, I guess.
That's right. The
Yeah, that
internet
makes sense.
zones.
We got some listener questions
Fuck yeah, we do.
That's awesome.
and another game of what Stallone movie is that?
Ooh, Josh is firing on all cylinders tonight. I bring you
Yes.
guys nothing but a hot tub tale. That's all I can bring tonight.
Tales from the Hot
Tales
Tub?
from the hot tub. That
Oh.
should be a podcast right there. I bet there's probably already one called that.
Did you get a staph infection?
No, like 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago? It's Sunday, right? So yeah, Friday is usually the day that I do the chemical like balancing of it. So pop the lid, put in a test strip, see what I need, throw some chemicals in, wait a couple hours, try and balance it out. Fill up some water
There
if
is-
it's running low, and all that
There
shit.
you go. Jamie said that there is indeed a podcast called Tales from the Hot Tub.
Motherfuckers.
It's a popular podcast that's hosted by Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
attractive people.
And Canada's 12th funniest podcast. So that's like about 9 behind Answers for Everything. So
Pretty close anyway, yeah.
They got
Yeah.
some catching up to do. They got some work
the
to do.
the show features a mix of entertainment, bizarre stories, and humorous anecdotes from the hosts' personal lives. That sounds like they're trying to copy Answers for Everything, but in a
Trying to.
hot tub.
We have anecdotes,
Yes, we do. And we have tales from the hot tub.
apparently.
That's right. There are also other people who do hot tub somewhat themed podcasts like Hot Tub Beer, a podcast where the host reviews craft beer while hanging out in a hot tub. Hot Tub Hot Takes, formerly known as Shower Thoughts, a podcast featuring philosophical discussion and hot takes from hosts Andrew and Sophia, and Tub Talk with the Hot Tub Lady, hosted by Jacques, the Hot Tub Lady. Maybe that's Jackie then, not Jacques. Jackie,
Jacques.
the Hot Tub Lady, covering hot tub maintenance, product reviews, and interviews with industry experts. So apparently that one's actually about hot tubs and not
Well,
necessarily what you do in a hot tub.
well, I could use
So,
Jackie right now because yeah, I went to go clean it, so I popped the lid, and then I noticed that the digital display that usually tells the temperature on it runs about 102, 103. There was three little dashes.
uh-oh.
And I was like, ah, fuck, I've been through this before. It was a heater for it, a temperature gauge. It couldn't register that the temperature was right. It kept reading it as 20 degrees hotter. So
Something
it would
wrong with the
automatically,
thermocouple.
so it would just shut down. It's like, hey, you can't go in there. That's too hot. You need to get that fixed. But I would sit in the hot tub. I was like, there's nothing wrong. This temperature is fucking perfect. So I had to get that replaced last year, maybe the year before. I don't remember. But so it's doing that again. I was like, oh, fuck. And then I go to turn the jets on to circulate it because when you put chemicals in, you got to put the jets on. And the
Sure.
jets weren't working. I was like, all right. So the light doesn't turn on, the jets aren't working, but I know the hot tub's on because I can see the LEDs all lit up. So I call my hot tub guy, describe what's happening. He's like, yeah, I can send someone by later. Just make sure you shovel because it snowed like fucking 15 feet, or I mean, like realistically 2 feet. But I had a shovel like beside my house, my fucking grass for a walk pathway to get to the fucking hot tub. So frustrating.
It's
And yeah,
snowing up there already, eh?
oh, dude, it dropped in one day, 30 centimeters. Just
Oh,
in 6 hours, just fucking dropped. I was at work and I had to shovel the outside. I don't, I'm gonna be angry, so I don't want to talk about that.
okay.
It's gonna fucking, I'm gonna rage.
Salt, put some salt everywhere.
It doesn't work. Salt just, you can't melt snow with salt, right?
It's
You would essentially,
preventative
Yeah.
measures.
you'd essentially be replacing the snowfall with that same amount of salt.
Yeah.
So you're not solving anything. So yeah, the guy came and fixed it. He said that there's one of the sides of the jets was gone, and they go, it's too cold to replace now because it's like minus 25 out. It hit us like a fucking banshee this year. Last year, it didn't snow till December 24th, 25th,
Yeah.
and this year it snows like November 5th. Anyway, whatever. He turned one of the jets off. He disconnected it, and so I only have one side working, which is fine. I usually don't turn the jets on when I'm in there. I just like to sit in silence and heat and just like look at the stars. I don't really like the humming and the vibrating and the whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good for circulating though.
Yeah. And then he said, "Yeah, just leave it. It's fine. You can use it as normal." And it was working perfectly fine. So I kept putting the chemicals in throughout the day like I'm supposed to. And then I got home from work late at night. I was like, "Fuck, I need to shovel this because it snowed again." And I go to shovel and I was like, "I wonder like how the chemicals are." I do one last test, open the lid, dash, dash, dash. So the LED is once again telling me dash, dash, dash. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like 2 in the morning now. So there's nothing much I can do about it. Nobody to call. So I had to call the next day, which was yesterday. I like left a voicemail and then I texted them like frantically because it's minus 25 out. If that hot tub's not working and it starts to freeze, all the water inside the pipes will start to break everything inside the hot tub because the ice expands.
Right.
And he said,
Right.
yeah, it sounds like you either have a dirty filter, which I already checked, so the filter's already out and I'm already cleaning it. You can run the hot tub without a filter for a couple days and it's fine. It just won't even turn on. Like the dashes are there, but none of the functions work. So I asked him if the heater works. He goes, no, at this point it stops heating. It thinks it's overheating, so it stops. Just leave it on and let me know in the morning what the temperature is, and I'll tell you whether or not we need to unplug it or like turn the breaker off or leave it on. So yeah, this morning I told him that I don't know what the temperature is because the gauge isn't working and it's still got the three dashes and it is definitely not hot and it's definitely not warm. It's more on the lukewarm side. And I said, I'm going to work, so unfortunately I won't be able to switch it on or off from work. So he texted me
Uh-oh.
back and just said, leave it on. It's fine. We'll check it out tomorrow. It's fine. He seemed not to be concerned that it's minus 25 out and this is a, $12,000 piece of equipment.
Well, maybe he
And
knows something you don't.
he probably knows a lot more than I do since this is his job. But I came home tonight and now I brought an infrared thermometer from work.
Yeah. Like
So
point and click.
yeah, so it's 11 degrees, the water. Yesterday it was like 96 degrees.
Oh
So now,
shit.
now I'm fucking terrified. And he's like, yeah, we'll check it out Monday. It should be fine. But now it's making a weird gurgling noise, like as if You know, like when you crack an egg and it sort of has a bubble, then the bubble pops and it just like does that flapping, like the right?
Like when
Yeah.
you're frying it in a pan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the sound it's making.
I
But
always pop that bubble with my spatula. I'm like, fuck you, bubble. Get
I
out of there.
Oh man.
I dunk my balls in it so I get a little bit of egg
Ooh.
Chalaza on my nuts.
Glaze? Egg glaze?
Chalaza, that's what it's called.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
no.
It's that viscous stuff around the outside of the egg yolk. You see on the edges of the egg yolk, there's on each side, there's like a little white, like
Wait a
looks
minute.
like,
Did I just learn something?
oh, did you? I mean, this podcast might serve a purpose.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. It's called the chalaza, the two little
The
white
glaze.
things on the outside of the yolk that hold it in place. They look like little sperms. That's why I lick the shit out of them whenever I
That's
crack
why
an
you
egg.
just you harvest just those from like
Yeah, I
50
save them and
eggs.
I bask and bathe in that shit. So yeah,
Uh,
as it stands, my hot tub, I hope to God, doesn't freeze overnight because then
Sounds like it's not going to be good, but I think that the chemicals that you put in there, does that not prevent it from freezing as well?
I have no idea. The hot
Hmm.
tub guy didn't seem to be concerned, so I figured I would just follow his lead since he's probably done this before.
He's probably hoping he'll show up, and you know how most gay pornos usually,
Yeah.
I've heard they start out around a pool or a hot tub.
Oh, they definitely do. I'm in. I hear what you're.
So maybe something will happen with that guy.
Yeah, but I work all day tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna miss him.
Maybe I should just take the day off and I could go to Pound Town with my hot tub guy.
Wait for him.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Hey Clay, there's nothing wrong with your hot tub. Did
You're
you
like,
trick
hey,
me here?
cowboy.
I did trick you to showing up here." He's like, "You could have just come to my work. We could have locked the door."
Oh man.
So yeah, that's the tales of the hot tub from Clay. So Pussy Magnet hot tub is not working.
What are you gonna do now?
Never
Rely
get
on your charm?
fuck that. I'll never get laid. The hot tub is the gateway to vagine. Everyone knows that.
I wouldn't know. I don't have one.
Have you ever gone over to a guy's house who had a hot tub and you slept with them?
Never done that either.
Oh man, you're missing out. I hear good things.
Well, you should know you have a hot tub. You're the guy inviting other guys over.
No, all the guys.
You're like, come on over. Oh, here, I want to put this tape in the VCR. Just see if there's anything you like. I'm gonna go shower. And then they watch some of your VHS tape and it's all gay porn.
Josh, you took all my VHS tapes of all the gay porn, so unfortunately there's none left.
Oh my.
Fuck. I would need a VCR then if I want to watch those old VHS porns.
If you still have them, yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed I didn't steal them from my boss who like lured me up to his room and got me to watch gay porn while he had a shower. Kind
And
of wish
that's why I brought that up. That was the
I
story I just told backwards.
yeah, I kind of wish I stole some of those VHS.
You kind of wish you had gone down on Buddy's weird banana penis?
Why is that weird?
No, it was weird.
Yeah, but why would it be weird if it's a banana penis?
I guess they come in all shapes and sizes.
They do. I think. I've never really seen a lot. I'm usually facing the other way, so I just feel it. I don't look at it.
I'm just used to my own.
That must be boring by this time. Like think about it. How many times do you think in your life you've touched your own wiener and you still enjoy that?
A lot. Yeah. Somehow it just never gets old.
Yeah. I mean, you know exactly what you like.
Exactly.
It's not often you find the girl that knows how to touch it just the right way. But
That's
it's
why you just lean your arm over the edge of the couch there and you hold it there for a long time until it goes completely numb and then you
okay.
give yourself the stranger.
Perfect. Ever use your other hand for that?
Sometimes I use both hands.
Well, yeah, I mean, mine's not big enough. I barely need one hand. I wish. I just need my index finger and my thumb to go in a circle, and that's like enough.
Like the smallest circle you can make.
Yeah, the smallest. Where do you think Charlie Ray went?
I don't know, but I was gonna ask, since this doesn't have anything to do with Charlie Ray, has the postal strike affected you at all?
I'm supposed to mail stuff to my accountant, and I do it every month. I mail in all my invoices and my bills and stuff, which on the most part I pay all the bills online, then I just mail them to my accountant, and he probably just like double checks that I did it right.
For the listeners, we live in Canada and we have the worst country of all time right now. Everything's going to shit.
Yeah.
And our mail service went on strike because they wanted 22% increase in their wages immediately.
And did you see what they were at a net loss of last year?
Yeah, a lot of money. It's gone. Like it's not a sustainable model anymore, what they do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's government run, so they don't understand how to run a business. To them, we're a piggy bank. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's exactly right. If they're losing money, oh, the government just subsidize us, so
Yeah.
we can still keep everyone rolling.
And isn't it fucked how like the CEO keeps getting bonuses? Like, why are you giving the CEO bonus when you're losing 70 million a year? I don't understand. If I lost 70 million a year, I wouldn't have my business. I wouldn't have my house. I wouldn't have my clothes.
At the very least.
But for them to lose 70 million, they get rewarded with a fucking $20 million bonus. What the fuck is that shit?
When they're making no money.
Negative money. Not even no
Negative
money,
money.
negative money.
Ridiculous. It's all orchestrated, I think. They're just showing them, hey, we'll just shut the whole thing down. Give it to Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the post
Yeah.
office. Talking about
Talking about that
2000
strike.
2023, they recorded a loss of $748 million.
Ooh, that's a pretty penny.
Jesus
And the year
Christ.
before was 548 million. So, can you guess what 2024 is going to be?
Billion.
That's
A
right.
billion?
Yeah.
How
How the
Awesome.
hell do you lose $1 billion?
Because everyone gets stuff from Amazon now.
It's because they're paying the CEO fucking bonuses,
Th-
performance bonuses.
That doesn't help either.
I wish somebody paid me a performance bonus.
Yeah, your company loses $748 million and they give you a $30 million bonus.
Dude, that for my company, not for profit, just for sales. That's like 8 or 9 years of
Right?
sales. I mean, we're not too far away. We're getting closer to 90 million, but I mean, that's like 10 years worth of sales, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So Josh, I have to mail stuff to my accountant. So I emailed them, just said, hey, I've got these things. Do you want me to pay like a courier? Because I can
Yeah,
do
like
that. That's not,
DHL or something.
yeah, like that's not a problem. Or do you just want me to take pictures of it and text them to you? Like I can take pictures of my invoices and email that. And he's like, well, it's not that important. Just hold on to it. But then I was also thinking Pure Later is also owned by Canada Post, right?
I think so, yeah.
And Pure Later is a like a FedEx type company in Canada. So I don't want to give them more money.
What about Loomis?
I'll use another company. I just don't want to use one that's owned by Canada Post, which is on strike. It's like you're forcing us to use your more expensive
Yeah, do
version
you
to
think
use.
those guys are working? They must be on strike too.
I don't know. I think it's a separate entity.
Hmm. They're like luxury
Yeah,
shipping.
we're going to go on strike, so you can use the company that we also own that charges more
Yeah.
money. That sounds like a good deal at twice the price.
It's a good thing I don't mail jack shit to anyone.
Well, I mean, I sold something on eBay and I didn't realize I sold it till 2 days later because I haven't sold anything in a long time. I have a bunch of stuff listed. It's been listed for years. And I realized that the guy picked the Canada Post option, which was like $8 to ship it to him. And I was like, I can't send this to you like for $8. And the next cheapest one up was like 17. So yeah, it's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do? It's like I can wait till it's over, or I can just go with the more expensive one and then lose out on money, which pretty much you have to do because you don't want to get a negative review because that fucks up your sales later on.
That's true.
Right.
Frustrating, huh?
Well, it's kind of stupid. Like on eBay should know that if they're on strike, that you shouldn't be able to choose that option.
And have it all adjusted accordingly.
Yeah.
How about a would you rather?
Okay.
Hmm.
Hit me.
Would you rather you had a penis so large that it was almost unusable and caused a scene wherever you go? Or you're as you are now, but you have a vagina and you have to use it every day, and it always has to be a different man every day.
Oh wow. So I'm getting laid every day,
I mean,
Yeah, they're running a train on you.
but I'm a dude.
but you still look like you do now.
Yes,
Like you look like a guy, but you have a vagina.
that's it.
I think I'd rather be a shower, not a grower, than to have a vagina and
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
dudes
but you
pounding
basically
me
got to
on.
wheel this thing around in a wheelbarrow,
Okay, I'm sure
Well,
that
I
I think that's an OnlyFans waiting to be just suckled upon, is it not?
and it causes you discomfort.
I could use my big wang to crush like empty beer cans, loaves of bread,
like that girl with the big titties that would
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
crush
just thinking of
cans.
that.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
there's an OnlyFans out there where I could use my dong to.
I'm sure there's an OnlyFans where you could use your weird vagina as well.
It's true, but with that I gotta get pounded by dudes regularly, and I don't think that's cool for me. I don't.
Well, not only that, they're dudes that like dudes, really, because they'd be looking at you like a dude.
Eye to eye.
I mean, I've seen some transsexual men that have vaginas, and I don't care if they have a vagina; they still look like a dude. I'm not gonna fuck them, you know.
Well, yeah, the yeah, that I'm gonna pass on the getting plowed by dudes.
I would also
Wait,
go for the giant wiener.
wait, do,
Yeah.
do I have to go in searching of these dudes,
No, they
or
come to you. They line up at your door.
it's not like I have, like you said, you have to use it every day. So there's a stipulation where if I don't use it every day, something bad happens, but I'm the one who's to seek out the dong to enter me. That's gonna take a lot of
You
my
dog
time.
seeker.
Yeah, true.
You dog
No, they
seeker.
come to you.
Could I put myself on Craigslist if I was the mangina dude?
You don't have to. They already know about you, and they show up one at a time, once per day, every day at noon.
Where are they finding these
His
guys?
mangina
I
brings all
don't
the
know.
boys to the
They
yard.
come from China mostly. What was that about your
I don't
milkshake,
know.
Charlie Ray?
I was just waiting.
I said his mangina brings all the boys to the yard.
Every
So
day at noon.
Every day at high noon.
that's
The
right.
bell starts tolling on the village square, and someone shows up at Clay's house.
And the super freaks come out to bang Clay's mangina.
Oh, what if they accidentally slip it into my butthole?
That's fine too.
Well,
Well, then you become then you're gay.
Uh,
As long as they're only having sex with your man puss, you're
okay.
not.
Well, that's fine. That was my big problem was, wait, am I gay now? I don't want that stigma or the stigmata.
the stigmata.
The stigmata. Yeah,
Hmm. Well, thank you for the would you rather.
You're welcome. That was quite hilarious,
absolutely.
as I knew it might be. Now, are you ready for what Stallone movie is that?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, the first line is, is there any law against me getting something here?
So who's saying it? Is it Stallone in the
It's
movie?
Stallone. Is there anything against me getting something here?
It's actually pretty good.
I'm just gonna guess Demolition Man because I guess that for everything.
Clay, do you have a guess?
No, wait a minute. No,
You're thinking Dread?
Rambo, First
Nailed
Blood.
it.
Yep.
Boom. Charlie Ray guessed it and
Had to
won.
think about it for a second. Filmed right there near your neck of the
Yeah, I'd
woods.
hope.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty good.
I'm
You
sad
guessed
that
it
I
quick.
Yeah.
didn't guess.
I had yeah, sorry. I jumped the gun on you,
That's
Clay.
That's
okay.
fine.
When you got it, you got it.
But I was inspired that I recognized it. I recognized what it was
That's
from.
fine. I'll just sit here with my mangina, plotting my noon
Waiting
visitation
for
for
your
tomorrow.
Yeah,
noon
but
visit.
you know the thing is the mangina part wouldn't be so bad because you could probably make a lot of money on OnlyFans with that as well. It's the fact that you'd have to get plowed by a different dude every day that's the problem.
Just film every encounter.
And when you
Yeah.
think about it, the whole dude pool, when you look around, there's not very many hot ones compared to non-hot ones, so it's going to be a lot of unattractive dudes that are into men with vaginas.
Maybe every once in
Yeah.
a while you'd get a dressed up transgender person or something that was a super attractive, what you like.
So like a
Yeah.
woman but with a wiener?
Yeah,
Hmm.
coming to
Yeah,
fill
I
you
just
up.
I still want the huge, almost impossible to use dong.
That you can hardly leave the
yeah.
house with.
I want to be searched at the airport and have them go, "Is that a weapon in your pants?" And I'll just be like, "No, that's just my dick."
Get a baby stroller and put it in and push it around like it's a child.
Yeah, just like a little mini
Right.
one though. And it's like a
Yeah.
Subway fucking super sub.
Your dick looks like a Subway sub.
Yeah, like one of those giant
Like a
ones,
like a
like the one from that
like
Oh
like a
movie.
yeah, I like
super
the party subs.
I love you, man.
it's a super soaker. It's a big super soaker. You just pump it up and it just sprays everywhere. So
Well, now you're
I
talking
guess it
crazy
would.
talk.
I guess it would.
crazy talk. I know.
Listener questions?
So
Fuck yeah, listener questions.
absolutely.
Okay, this one's from Samantha, and she lives in Box Elder, Montana. Her email address, samhufflepuff@gmail.com.
Ooh,
She's got to be
Harry Potter fan.
one of them wizard fans. Hello, AFE hosts. My name is Samantha. I haven't been listening for that long, but either way, I have a question for y'all.
Well, does she deserve an answer if she hasn't been listening long?
I think anyone who's willing to give us the time is worth it.
Fine,
Yes.
Samantha, if that is
Sam-
your name.
Samantha says, I mostly listen to true crime podcasts. So I want to know who is your all of your favorite serial killers and why? I'm curious to hear your answers.
I don't really follow a lot of serial killers.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. I mean, I'd have a couple that I'd choose from for various reasons, not because of their serial killing proclivities, but just other parts about them. The first one would be the Night Stalker. What's his name? Ramirez, because he was an AC/DC fan, I believe.
So
And so
this guy
because
could
of
be your
that,
friend, like on a regular day.
but yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of anybody who goes around killing other people. And the second one would be Ted Bundy because that dude was so smooth that he was picking up girls in a beat up VW wagon. I don't know if it was he was so smooth or I guess he was just good looking. Either way, he's trouble, especially once he busts out the knife. But I'm not really a fan of serial killers in general. I'm definitely not picking John Wayne Gacy because fuck clowns. So, you
I've
know.
always liked the name Jack the Ripper. I think it's terrifying.
Old London times.
Yeah, and the way they dress, you could just picture him walking down those dank alleys with the cobblestones and the clicking of the boots every time like they get quicker and quicker and quicker, and those girls know they're fucked.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
Well, I mean, did
Yeah.
he rape first? I don't remember.
I don't
I don't
think
think
so.
so.
No, he was just
But
out to
he did kill
slash.
I was gonna say but he did kill a lot of prostitutes. That's what he was
Yeah.
killing.
What was his reason? Was his
So
mom a prostitute or something?
Well, they never caught
because he
him.
laughed at his small wiener.
He didn't have the wheelbarrow cock, so he's like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're like,
He
ah,
wouldn't
ah.
he
He's
wouldn't
like,
have been
fuck
able
that,
to
I'm
do
killing all
that
the
if he had
prostitutes.
that.
He'd have to be running pretty quick down those alleys with that huge dong
He'd
and a
be like he
wheelbarrow.
was pushing a cart.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy, I know old fucking Timmy with the huge cock.
Well, they just follow him when it was snowing outside because they just look for the guy. It's got two footsteps and a big trail
And a
down the middle.
wheel.
Well, I guess he would probably not seem to be very dangerous if they thought he was pushing a baby carriage. Just a guy pushing a baby carriage. Probably easy to sneak up on a prostitute then. Or the
Well,
prostitute is like, oh my God, I love cock. That guy's got a big one. And they would follow him around.
and then they'd go, oh no, he also has a knife.
Yeah.
And they go and they'd stop and they go, wait, no, weren't you that small weeder guy we laughed at last week? And he'd be like, stabby stab, stab stab.
He's like, in a previous life, I had a different choice to make and I had a vagina. So go fuck yourself.
I remember each man who entered me.
How about
Yes.
you,
How
Josh?
about you? How about
Well,
yeah?
I know a lot about serial killers because I also listen to those true crime podcasts. And my personal, I don't know if I'd call them a favorite, but the podcast or the serial killer that was most interested in the story of was a guy named Israel Keys. And he was from around these parts and like between Alaska and all through BC and into Washington. And what he would do though is he started doing interesting things. He would bury kill kits all over the country in different spots. He'd have like a pistol and
Oh
zap
wow.
straps, everything he needed, and then he'd bury it in a certain spot. And he had them all over the country. And he would also kill someone from one state, drive 3 or 4 states over, dump the body. They'd have no idea because none of the databases were connected at the time. And he was able to get away with the law.
Man,
And
back then must have been so easy to get away with crime.
oh yeah,
Used to be so easy just to shirk your past debts and just disappear too, and then reinvent your life. Is
fake your own
what's your
death.
name?
Didn't like your grandpa do that?
Charles
Charlie Ray?
J.
Didn't
Huh?
your grandpa do
What's
that?
that? I really wish I could figure out and find out why my great grandfather left
Right?
Ohio
Didn't he take
and then
his son or
moved
whatever? Like he
basically
just
to
said, pack
Missouri.
up and go.
Oh, no, that was my great grandfather on my mom's side. That was my grandma's father disappeared with the son. I told you I was doing genealogy research, and from what I could tell with Social Security information, I think that her dad, my grandmother's dad, is actually buried somewhere here in Kansas, and that possibly it would have been my great granduncle, would have been her brother, a granduncle, I don't know, something like that, is possibly buried in Florida, but I haven't been able to find very much information on this. This is just what Social Security records are indicating because Social Security came around, during the Depression. So,
See, back in the day, easy to disappear, easy to do crime.
yeah.
Nobody can track you down. That's kind of a genius thing to bury your little kill kid.
Yeah, man. I always joke when I'm playing disc golf at like a different course with some people I don't know, and I'll say, I got a kill kit buried in this park, and they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
How many of those kill kits you think are still out there somewhere
Lots, and
just
there's people that
rotten?
search for them. No, he put them in like a 5 gallon bucket and sealed it all off and taped them and then buried them.
I don't know. We talk about stuff like that. There's a couple different channels on YouTube that I watch every once in a while, and they're people who are professional. They're not professional, but they're like kind of professionals that they dig on World War II battlefields and recover soldiers and shit from the war. Like they repatriate the remains and stuff, like Russians, Germans, and they find all kinds of shit. I mean, they found like intact guns. I mean,
Oh
they're all
yeah,
rusted up and fucked
I've
up,
seen those.
but I mean, yeah, those are wild ass
I've seen
videos to
them find
see.
like a bunker and they had like a bunch of like
Oh yeah,
swastika covered shit in there and stuff like, holy
yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Yeah, they'll find. I mean, like this one, they found like a mortar and like several boxes of mortar rounds. They found like a machine gun nest that had been collapsed upon. It had like two German soldiers in it, the machine gun, bullets, all that stuff. Probably buried by a tank or
Probably
something. Who
tons of
knows?
that still out there.
Oh yeah, they said that for years you could literally in a lot of these battlefields you could just walk around and there's shit just laying everywhere. I'm like, this nobody ever just come. It's like I always thought like somebody's gonna come clean this shit up. Apparently, fucking
Nope,
not.
let nature
You
take it.
know? Yeah, that's messed up, man.
So there you go, Samantha. You learned a little bit about World War. Is it Samantha? It's Samantha.
Samantha,
Jeez,
Samantha.
Samantha.
You learned a little bit about World War II and how nobody cleans shit up.
never even
Damn
thought
dead
about
bodies
that.
just laying around everywhere. Yeah,
And then she says, bye, y'all.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm just
I want to go to
intrigued by the
Montana.
y'all.
Where is she from
I'm
again?
not sure. She must
Montana.
she must be a southern
Montana, Helen,
southern
right? Okay.
transplant.
Box Elder, Montana.
Box Elder. Wonder where that is.
I don't
Oh,
know.
me neither.
Never even heard of it, to be honest with you, before today.
Charlie Ray's looking at Box Elder. Or no,
Box Elder.
Jamie.
Jamie?
Uh,
Jaime? Since it's
a
our Spanish
population of
episode.
87 people.
What the fuck? Where is that? Like on a map?
Central Montana. It is an unincorporated community in
Uh-oh.
Hill County.
Uh-oh.
Population of 87 people in the 2010 census.
Extremists.
Uh,
What's the biggest city closest to it?
oh, that's why. It used to be more people. There's like 794 people in the 2000 census, but before the 2010 census, the area was like split up into a couple of different areas. So now the area that is called Box Elder is smaller, so that's why it's such a lower population. Uh, so
Interesting.
it was named Box Elder for the nearby creek that is lined with box elder trees.
Oh, I guess that's
So
pretty simple.
yeah, says the chief resident there is a Samantha Jones. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
It is also very near a Chippewa native reservation.
hmm.
Chippewa Cree. Box Elder is the headquarters of the Chippewa Cree tribe.
Makes sense. It's a native sounding name. Box Elder. Elder.
Yeah, that's a tree. So Box Elder trees.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, so there is a Box Elder. Yes, there is a Box Elder in the middle of it's central, like top part of
Is it
Montana.
close
So
to
it's
Canada?
it's pretty close. Yeah.
Like close to what? Butte, Bozeman, Helena.
Let's see here. Wow, that's hold on a
Or is
second.
it over?
Jamie's gonna have to.
Is it more over on the other side, like close to North Dakota?
It's more western, but it's more central. I mean, I can't say more than that. It's like central, northern central Montana. I'm trying to see what a big city near it is. Uh, the biggest city, Baldy Mountain, uh, Shelby.
Oh, it's above Great Falls. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it's near.
I don't, yeah, I'm not, whenever I go down there, I'm not too far away from that place. I should stop by.
Yeah, it's
Go visit
yeah,
Samantha.
Hey,
it's a way
Samantha.
it's a ways over. It's right in the middle. Like I said, it's there's no big city by it. It's in the middle of nowhere. So
Well, should we stalk the next question askers'
Yeah, yeah.
whereabouts as
Let's
well?
stalk
yes,
all of them.
yes. Don't worry, we won't look up every place that people live. If you happen to
Like,
send
we
us a
will
message,
find
we
you.
appreciate you.
Don't you want to go give them
Yeah.
like a personal handheld like thank you?
For sending in a
Like a little
question.
like
Like,
a
oh
little
my
Yes.
gift bag?
God.
I mean,
We'll
there's
be
only 87 people in the town. I guarantee you we find her.
maybe they broadcast it to
Certainly,
the whole
we
town
would.
Maybe. That's
and
like
the
their
whole town
Thursday night or
listens.
We
whatever.
we
Yeah.
we could drive through town with like a car like the Blues Brothers with the big ass thing on top of the roof.
Pump
I
up the
mean,
volume.
and Box Elder around there, I recall bearing some sort of like kill kits around that area. So I'm already going to be back in that area sometime to do
You had to go back
Something.
for that anyway.
yeah.
Was back in the day, did they have any G.I. Joe stores you could stop at to look for toys?
Bury those too.
Guessing not.
Okay, next question.
Next
Okay.
question.
This one's from Ben.
Oh,
Bento box ritual at outlook.com.
genius.
He's from Hedley, British Columbia, Canada.
I've been there many times.
Is Hedley named after the band?
I think the band probably named themselves after that town.
That's what I meant.
No. You ever been to Hedley?
No, I haven't.
I used to live in the Okanagan and I used to live in Abbotsford, so I'd drive in between the two, and you'd always have to drive through Hedley to get there.
Where
It's
is it exactly?
it's an oil like past Karamias, but before Princeton, I think.
Is that where the sex offender came from?
I don't know where he came from, but I do know there's an old shutdown mine there. Like when you look up on the mountainside, there's like an old mine and they do tours up there. I remember one time I was driving through and I stopped in town. There was a ton of traffic. Like it's a super, super small town, but a ton of traffic and a ton of cops and a bunch of like movie trailers and stuff. And I don't remember. I think it was a Sean Penn movie was being filmed there.
A documentary about the sex offenders' offenses?
No, it was either like a movie, not a
I'm trying to think of
documentary.
the guy's name, and I can't.
Jacob Hoggard.
Jacob Hoggard, thank you.
Yep, I know all the sex offenders that are on any list, like top of my head.
Uh,
Wow.
so Ben
Good to know.
asks, Dear Answers for Everything hosts, Oh, this is a strange question.
There's no such thing as a strange question. I don't know if
Ben
you've heard a lot of our Would You
There's some
Rathers, but
Ben wants to
there's some
know
strange hosts.
Ben wants to know what our favorite sexual positions are.
with
I
him,
know I know Clay likes to go reverse cowgirl on Charlie Ray every now and then, but
well, yeah, I like him to pull my hair in the back.
Hey, that's supposed to be our secret.
I tend to like anyone involving a woman. I don't really care what the position is, but go ahead, guys.
Mm, I'm a big fan of doggy style, but there's a lot of
There's
different ways to do it. One of my favorites is like on my knees and they're on their knees, but it's like they're arched upwards. So like they're not like on all fours essentially. They're like sitting, squatting, but from
Oh
behind.
yeah. Hmm.
That way you can turn. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Is that wrong?
Draw a diagram.
I could draw a diagram. Picture doggy style normal, but
These two vapes.
you sort of slouch
These two
back and the
vapes are
girl sort
about
of
to
like backs up and sort of like lifts herself up a little bit. I do
oh,
have a
that
bunch of
beats
I have a
prison.
bunch of GI Joe figures I could probably use to
to
describe
demonstrate.
this.
I don't know. It sounds like the Basset Hound Dog style.
Basset Hound Dog style.
Here, let me. Yeah, I found a website for different styles of doggy style because that's what Jamie does in his spare time.
He
Uh,
probably had that waiting.
I was looking for my favorite because it's kind of a it's not really a doggy style,
Uh,
but
no, that's not quite it, Charlie Ray.
well,
I know. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
well then.
I mean,
Charlie Ray
if I
tried.
was prepared for this, I would have had a diagram ready to go, but I don't know these things are going to happen before they happen.
Here, you can try this one. This one would probably be a different challenge.
All the
They call that one the Ice Froggy Frog doggy style.
all the basset hound ones I keep finding are actual basset hounds having sex, so that's not it. I've never fucked one of those before.
I don't know, but they're gonna have a real fun clearing your browser history whenever they check it
By
out. Why is
Basset
he
Hound, do you
Googling
mean
basset dogs having
the
Uh,
girl
sex?
that Tom Cruise used to date and he jumped on the couch about?
Katie Holmes.
Yeah, she looks like a Basset Hound.
You never thought Katie Holmes was hot in Dawson's Creek?
Of course I did. A very hot Basset Hound.
I, I don't normally find animals to be attractive, but you know what? I would fuck that one.
I tell
That's
you
like
what, if she
Penelope
wore a
Cruz
furry
looks like
costume, I'd still
a
do her.
duck, and
Oh,
I'd still
Penelope
do her,
Cruz is hot.
but she looks like a duck.
A little bit now that you mention it. A
Yeah,
hot duck.
Like Kylie Minogue looks like a horse, but I'd still fuck her because she's hot.
A horse.
Hot horse, hot
Hot
duck,
horse. Hot
hot
duck.
basset hound.
Hot horse. Yeah, that was been a weird transition. I almost popped out something that came to mind when I said that, and I don't want to disrespect her like that. So
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't know, Clay, if you'd heard this, but Morgan Lofting passed
Yeah, the
away.
Baroness. That was today. I heard that.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I don't know what
yeah.
other voices she did because I was a G.I. Joe fan, but yeah, I remember like chatting with her at Disney World when she was there for JoeCon. And not just like at her table and stuff, but like walking around the grounds, I saw her and we just chatted for a bit.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. I never got to talk to her or meet her, so
And I know she
yeah,
signed something of mine somewhere, but I have no idea what it, probably a comic, which is
yeah,
unfortunate because I started collecting the figures to get them signed. So that would have been nice to get.
yeah.
But you never made it happen?
So it's sort of like this one,
No,
boys, except
Oh yeah.
they arch back even closer so their head is closer to your head.
okay, nice. Oh, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I
Hey,
get it.
it's
I
a
see
good
that
you
in
can
pornos.
hold a lot and gravity isn't doing its thing on the boobs, right?
Yeah.
Damn gravity.
So
Damn gravity.
yeah. Speaking of stuff, I was having some fun thoughts at the gym today because there was a very fine uh young Asian lady. Hey, there you go. I can't say for certain what nationality she was because I'm not necessarily well versed enough
Well, my mom would say
in
Oriental.
that's gauche. Uh, Asian lady, who was having a fine time while I was rowing, setting up about 5 feet to 8 feet away from me, doing all these floor exercise moves that involved her lifting her ass and spreading her legs and stuff in front of me. And I was having a hard time pretending to look other directions. I'm just kind of like,
They're
okay.
they're just waiting for
She's all over
you.
there going,
They're waiting for you to make a like motion towards them so
un
that they can get mad at you.
awkward, awkward,
And call the
yeah, awkward
police.
eye contact.
Security.
Yeah. He's staring at me. You're like, you were literally laying down, thrusting your
Well,
vagina in my
You
face.
can't point your eyes in her direction.
I will say kudos to whoever the lucky man is who's with her because her bootay was definitely top notch.
Delicious.
I bet you it was the guy with
Yes,
the wheelbarrow cock.
Just
probably.
Mother-
sitting at home suffering with that thing. Fuck, I got another cock ache.
And then his Oriental lady friend will solve that problem for him.
Maybe.
Ah, did we answer the question?
Uh,
What was the question? Oh no, I haven't answered the question
No.
yet. Let Clay finish up. Did you
oh
have any
yeah, no,
more
no,
on your favorite sexual
that's it. The
Don't they call that the ghost? Because that looks like the same position that Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze are assuming on that fucking Potter's wheel.
that's the only reason that I do that because it makes me think that I'm with Patrick Swayze.
Dude, does the song play in the background?
That song plays anytime I have sex, all the time. That's the only song that plays
Unchained Melody,
for like 2 hours straight. That's what I play.
crying the whole time.
Well, don't you? Don't you
Yes.
remember? I need the tears for lube.
And for to get you off.
Well, yeah, they have to be crying a lot. I'm talking about myself crying.
Oh, okay, yeah. Both is better, preferable.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find. I used to know what it was called because I didn't know what it was called. Then I found out the name for it, and then now I've forgotten what it
This,
was. But my
sorry,
my version, my favorite position.
kneel together. That is what it's called.
Then you
Ah,
feel together?
It's at a variation on doggy
okay,
style. It's called kneel together, but not
okay.
kneel like in like a dude's name.
Neil,
Kneel.
Neil
Uh,
Patrick Harris.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, mine's kind of a finishing move, so it's definitely my favorite position because it definitely gets me there every time, guaranteed.
Shooting a load in your own mouth.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
it.
Um, no, it's a doggy style position where she's kind of basically laying down and she kind of like splits her leg and I straddle a leg and then kind of and then enter her from behind.
I'm there.
Works every time. Yeah.
You ever do the
So
when they're laying on their stomach
yeah, kind of laying on their stomach, kind of on their side, kind of on their
and you're
stomach.
sort of like
And
riding them, but you're not riding them because you're inside them, right?
yeah, basically, I mean, you're straddling one of their legs and you're inside of them. It's kind of like you're making an X kind of
Yeah,
position, you know? Yeah.
I've done that.
yeah. I miss
Yeah.
doing that with you,
Yeah, but
Charlie Ray.
that
No homo.
yeah, well, thanks. It's definitely a finishing move. When I get to that place, it ain't gonna take
So
long.
like 2 seconds after you
You
start
guys are
making out,
just scissoring away and then you finish off with the reverse cowgirl.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
Man, you guys
All right,
sure
Josh,
found
how
a
about you?
strange way to pass the time on that mountain.
Well, Ben would like to know what your thoughts are, Josh.
I already answered. I said I'm happy with any position as long as there's a gal that I care about. We're
Wait, you
fucking
care about?
And she
Sorry,
doesn't have
what?
and she doesn't have she doesn't have a joystick.
Sorry,
yeah, exactly.
care about? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird people that has to actually have a connection with someone to enjoy sexy time with them.
Like feelings.
Yeah, kind of. Not necessarily feeling, some sort of a connection
Weren't your feelings so destroyed that you figured you'd never have them again for a woman?
for a long time. Yeah,
Oh shit, how do you get over that?
you don't
Okay, good. Because I thought I was abnormal.
know.
Huh.
Those hurts last forever.
Or until you go senile.
Or maybe there's a way to get hypnotized. You know how they make you like quit
Dickmatized.
smoking?
Yeah.
They're like, you don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Maybe they can be like, that thing didn't impact your life that much.
Huh.
Get over it, bitch.
That doesn't sound very hypnotizing. That sounds like
Yeah, but you won't remember him
derogatory
saying that.
dipshit.
You won't remember. Oh, I hear voices. Is that the quiet hand jobber?
I think, well, no, you wouldn't hear anything.
Oh, that's right.
When Charlie Ray gets his quiet hand jobs, it's ever so silent. You could hear a
Pure
pin drop. You
silence.
don't even hear the chafing and the rubbing of the hand on the dong. The guy's
Not
that
you don't
fucking
hear
good.
anything?
It's like he
Wow.
does it in a vacuum. There's no air particles to make any noise.
Somehow he pulls it off of this
Oh,
in a
he pulls it
perfect
off all
vacuum.
right. Pulls it up, pulls it down.
Pulls it sideways.
Fuck yeah.
Does he use lube or no?
I don't know. You have to ask Charlie Ray.
He doesn't like to talk about it. He
I
always
think he's
gets
embarrassed.
evasive when we bring it up.
I think he's embarrassed that he let it get to that point. It was just originally some guy in his car splitting gas, and then it turned into this sexual frenzy of them having to give each other silent hand jobs for 4 or 5 hours at a time.
How do you think it built up? Like they were both sitting there being quiet the whole time, and then like they accidentally bumped knees, and they were like, "What?"
Well, it's funny you ask that because I do have a story that relates to that. Not me personally, except for the fact that it was my penthouse or maybe my friend's penthouse. Anyway, in high school, my I had like this group of three friends, and we passed this penthouse around. I don't know where we got it from.
Like an actual suite? Or
Like
no,
like
a
an
penthouse
no no,
magazine.
penthouse magazine. And so we were reading the letters, and one of them was called Beat Off Buddy.
A beat off buddy. He's
So
always there for you.
So yeah, these two guys, this how the story went was that these two friends were hanging out, and the guy's like, "Hey, I took this from my dad. It's a VHS. Let's watch it. It's porn." And they started watching it together, and at first, they're laughing, and then they started to get sort of uncomfortable, and then the one guy like eyeballs over, and the other guy's like rubbing the outside of his pants, and he's like, "Hey man, I don't really feel comfortable." He's like, "Yeah, just do it, man. It feels good." So he started rubbing the outside of his pants, and then pretty soon they were like dicks exposed, and they were only
Uh-oh.
touching themselves to
That's
the
how it
porn,
starts.
right? And he said, "Yeah, this is like a 1 week. Like every week we had this session where he'd come over and we'd watch a porn, and he'd beat off and I beat off. Then it got to the point where we tried to see who could like come first.
Made like a little game out of it.
They made a little game out of it." And he goes, "Yeah." And he talks about like, "Oh, now that I'm, 29 years old and I've got a family, I really miss those days with my beat off buddy."
That's perverse.
And
I have never ever wanted to like me and a friend are both jerking off together at the same time. That's just
yeah,
weird.
Yeah,
that's why your
agreed.
silent guy just does it, and you don't do it. And then it's your turn and you do it and he doesn't do it. And we get it, man. We
If you
understand.
don't acknowledge it, it's fine.
And then he applauds.
Well, Josh and I were wondering, does silent handjob guy, does he use lube?
Well, yeah, of
Is it
course.
his tears?
No, he seems rather happy about it.
There are worse days in his life than that.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
so
Maybe we'll figure out the loop some other time.
We'll
that's
we'll
right.
figure out the lube some other time.
Yeah, we'll get it out of them.
Hey, guess what?
No, no, no. We will figure out the lube right now. We will not wait till some other
Okay,
time.
let's get to the bottom of it.
So
So
What does
that's
he
the
use?
that's the title, right?
Coconut oil?
coconut oil is the best, man.
That's what I hear.
That's what I use. That's what I use for massage oil too, is coconut
Oh, I
oil.
use
So
coconut shavings for masturbation, and my dick is full of cuts and scrapes.
I use toasted coconut for a little extra grain.
I use a coconut shell.
Yeah,
I just get
I was gonna
yeah.
I
say.
just smash it with a coconut shell.
So is that the title? I smash it with a coconut shell, or
I,
should it be about the lube?
I,
We'll figure out lube right now.
we'll figure out lube right
We'll
now.
figure out lube right now.
Like,
Damn right, right now.
so is that it?
Yeah.
But before we get a awkward silence, those pauses that,
Oh no, wait. There's more from Ben.
oh shit, sorry, Ben.
Oh,
Uh,
bend over.
Ben asks if there's any way, only if he's interested, if Clay could get a hold of me at bentoboxritual@outlook.com. You seem like you'd be my type of guy.
Uh, like
Thanks,
for
Ben.
for a silent beat off buddy, or for
He's
a
not
dude
that far away from
you
you. He's in Hedley,
go
BC.
you go and have a beer and hang out and talk about the chicks you banged. What kind of friend do you want, Ben?
There's only one way to find out, Clay.
Ah man, Hedley's so far away. Josh, you're way closer. How about you pretend you're me? Because I
I'm not
never.
an investigative kind of guy.
Yeah, but what if he gives silent hand jobs and then you and Charlie Ray could have your own little beat off buddies?
I think Hedley is a place I don't want to visit, and I realize I'm painting a whole community with a negative brush.
because of Jacob Hoggard.
because of Jacob Hoggard, but yeah, it just makes me not want to go there.
You should. It's actually
Is that
quite...
sad?
No, I mean I don't think Jacob Hoggard lives there.
He named his band after it.
What if he does live there? I mean, is he in jail?
Yep.
What did he do? Like,
He coerced a bunch of like 12 and 13-year-olds over online to like meet him after concerts and up in his hotel room, and then he sodomized them.
like 12-year-olds.
Oh wow.
I think the youngest might have been 15 or something that he actually is getting charged with, but
Good.
it was like a mini ditty.
We should keep him there, I think. Prison
That's
is
what I'm
probably
saying.
a good place for Jacob Hoggard. He's probably got a lot of sodomizing going on right now. That's okay.
I hope that he gets what's coming to him
Or on him.
and in him.
Or vaguely near him and maybe possibly on him.
I hope he
Yeah.
gets what's coming in him. Yes.
All right. Hey, Ben,
Yeah.
sorry, but I don't think if you're looking for a relationship type, I'm your dude.
Man. What if,
I know, I'm
yeah,
sorry. But I do appreciate you listening to the show.
me
And-
too.
And hopefully you
Yes,
still
we
listen to the
appreciate
show,
you.
Of course.
even
Just
after
because-
I turn you down.
Well, it happens, right?
But you know what? You got to at least say sorry because you guys are both Canadian.
Rejection happens.
Always have to say sorry.
Yes. Sorry. Sorry. We'll kick you. We'll beat you. We'll put the boots to you. Sorry. 2 points if you know what movie that's from.
Anchorman.
That's correct. Anchorman 2.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it.
Anchorman too. That's not correct at all.
Yeah.
I was only
That's when
halfway
that's,
right.
Yeah.
yes. That was when Jim Carrey and God, what's her name? I can't remember her name from Saturday Night Live
Tina
were the
Fey?
Canadian news team.
Amy
Yeah.
Poehler? No? Tina Fey. Is it-
Tina Fey.
I think it was Tina Fey.
Tina Fey's
Tina
Canadian?
Fey.
Yeah, you don't know.
Is Amy Poehler Canadian?
I also don't know.
How do you not know that?
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
a
know.
whole lot.
Let us see. Let us see if Tina Fey is Canadian. And if not, we will see. No, Tina Fey is American. And Amy Poehler
Polar.
is also an American.
So there you
Damn
go.
it.
So
What if it was
Horse
just Jim
shit.
Carrey
Neither
in
one
a
of them there.
wig, pretending to be a woman?
It should have been Jim Carrey and Mike Myers.
yeah, Mike Myers wasn't in it. Although he'd be funny. It's like, is that the ghost of Stonewall Jackson? Yeah,
I'm still
I
waiting
love
for
that fight.
for another Austin Powers movie.
Yeah, as long as they keep Beyonce out of it, it should be good.
Yeah, as long as Beyonce or J-Lo's not in it. We don't need her in there
Do
either.
you want? Do you want to know who the top 5 Canadian Saturday Night Live characters or members were?
All right.
Do you want to know? Guess what? Number 1, you've already
Mike
guessed.
Myers.
Mike Myers. Number 2, Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Martin Short.
Yeah.
Norm McDonald is actually
Fuck
Canadian.
yeah.
I did
I
not
knew
know
that.
that. I wish I'd gotten to see him live. I didn't go the chances I'd gotten, and I was going to go when he passed away.
Same.
And Gilda Radner. Gilda Radner was Canadian. So those are the top 5 that they say are Canadian.
Huh. I feel like there's more than that, but
Oh yeah, there's more, but that's the top 5.
gotcha.
Top 5. Yeah,
Voted by
they're
who?
Someone, them,
Yes.
by the internet.
they,
The same people at Tim
They.
Hortons who vote for which retro donut they're gonna bring back.
yeah. Oh,
Hey.
we'll take that shitty fucking walnut log
Right?
thing that's
What
drier
the-
than a fucking.
What the fuck? Who the fuck
Ugh.
picked that? That doesn't make any
That thing
bloody
was
sense.
awful. I'm like, this doesn't look too bad, and I bit into it, and it just got drier and drier with every bite until I was spitting out dust clouds.
So
It sounds like my wang from lack of use.
I saw a thing online. I don't know if it's real or not, but I know that McDonald's is starting to carry Krispy Kreme donuts in the States at some McDonald's locations, and by the end of 2025, they're all going to carry Krispy Kreme donuts, right?
What about Canada?
I don't think so.
Canadian.
We're not
What
that
about
big with
Canadian?
Krispy Kreme, right? Like there's one in opening in Edmonton right away soon and one in Calgary.
We have one in like a few 3-4 towns over.
Yeah. So yeah, they're not very big in Canada. But I saw somebody post Krispy Kreme glaze dip for McDonald's nuggets and fries and stuff. And that sounds pretty fucking good, right?
Oh, a glaze for dipping?
Yeah, to dip your nuggets in like Krispy Kreme glaze, that'd be pretty delicious because you like
Oh
sweet stuff on the
man,
nugget, right?
that sounds killer.
I want to dip my nuggets in some Krispy Kreme glaze.
I want to glaze my nuggets.
My nuggets. My
Wait,
nuggets.
what was
Wait a
that,
minute.
Josh? I
Wait
want
a
to
minute.
glaze my nuggets.
I want to glaze my nuggets.
Okay,
Wait,
that's your
wait,
title.
what?
There's no way around it.
It's an awesome one. That is an awesome one. That's right.
But
So
I
that
actually do want to glaze my nuggets.
well, that's true. You do. And I want to be there to watch it, but not help you do it.
Well, you do want to help.
I don't want to help. But
We-
I've already,
I want to be the director.
can
I
each
want to
di-
direct the
We
scene.
can each dip one and then we'll feed each other the nugget like this.
okay, you talking about your nuggets or nugget nuggets?
I'm talking about my
No,
nuggets.
the McNuggets.
Okay, yeah, no, I want to
Oh.
do that. I thought you were talking about your nuggets. Like I don't want to hold one, dip it, and then feed it to Charlie
Man
Ray.
nuggets. That was nice.
I'm sure it'd be just as tasty. And
Yeah, but
Mm.
how is it going to feel when we're chowing down on one of your nugs?
I don't know. I just don't know.
We,
I
Hopefully
don't
not
think
good.
that would.
we got to get through that veritable force of pubes, aka the Josh growler on his nuts.
That cartilage is a bitch.
Luckily, I don't have all those scars like you have, Clay.
You know, it's not my fault. I just used the wrong razors to continuously try and shave my balls.
Well, and the stick that went violently stabbing through your sack.
Yeah. It didn't go
Ow.
all the way through. It's
Ow.
not like it pierced it
It went all the way through a whole branch. It was like this thick.
and out the wang hole.
It's a
Pretty-
crazy freak accident.
Yep. Welcome to my 12-year-old life.
Well, I'm sure the listeners are bored stiff.
That's correct. Uh-oh. I got a frozen screen of you guys.
I don't know.
I can hear Charlie Ray.
God.
I now can
Oh,
hear
he's
Josh.
back.
That's amazing. Oh,
Oh, he's frozen again.
all right. So I think we should end before the internet tells us that it's got to be done because it's going to end it pretty quick. Yeah?
Super fast now.
Anyone want to say peace out?
That's right. That's all, folks.
Peace
So
out.
it's angry. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and my seats were kind of toward the back of the arena, and I'm sitting there thinking,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be close enough
I
to see
can't
their
do that.
actual faces. I'm going to be looking at the screens more than I am them actually on stage. And I'm like, there's literally
Yeah.
3 or 4 really good videos of the full concerts from this tour
If I don't
already
get
on
good
YouTube.
seats,
And I'm like,
I don't go.
I can watch these for free. So I thought that, and then plus it
No.
was 9 hours of driving down there, plus the hotel room, 9 hours of driving back. I've worked 3 doubles this week. I'm tired, and I'm just like, you know what? And my birthday was just last month, and I'm just like, you know what? I need to just start understanding my body is not 25. I mean, I keep telling myself that, but it's really hard. It's really difficult. I fucking feel old. It's because I'm wearing
You need a
myself
bigger
out.
bladder.
I mean, I need more
Yeah,
rest. I
that
know
too.
that.
That would give you solid
So,
sleep.
And I needed to be, and I need to invent a time machine.
No,
Go
you
back to
wouldn't.
2008
You'd
and
spend
whisper
it
in my
on
ear.
fucking G.I. Joes and shit.
$20,
We all
big
would.
Or
boy.
you
buy
create a
it now.
paradox, ripping a hole in the fabric of time and space.
I don't know. That's enough bitching. I mean, I'm not like melancholy
Yeah.
bitching about it. It is what it is. But I need to quit focusing on that
Focus
shit and
on the
focus on the
future.
future. So, because that shit ain't coming back. That shit ain't coming back. So,